Hello and welcome to Guild of Gaming Guildhall, where we talk about everything tabletop gaming. I'm Lewis, I'm here with
Elliot
and
Mendez.
And in this episode we will be talking about our most anticipated games of 2019, which is the current year.
It is the current year. And until there are some good games coming out, Lewis.
We're already a whole month into 2019,
Oh
so
my
this
God.
is just games that aren't already out.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Let's go.
Hopefully they're all not out.
Yeah,
Not out. Go.
Okay, I'll start with my one. My most anticipated game of 2019 is a game called Football Highlights 2052.
And if that name doesn't grab you, what will?
And when I say football, I mean American football, basically. And if any of you have heard of the game Baseball Highlights 2045, it's by the same designer, obviously, and it's not a reskin. I think he's added a few more things, like bigger teams and stuff like that. But from the impression I get, it's a similar style of game, which is a very back and forth two-player card game where you manipulate a board in front of you based on the team you develop.
Deck building elements.
Deck building elements, which I'll get into. First reason why I want it is Baseball Highlights 2045 is an awesome game. Like me and Matt have had many good close games.
Epic. And so close,
back and
so
forth
balanced.
and so close.
Is it better than the first 2044 games?
Well, if anyone doesn't know, baseball is very boring. So you had to introduce robots, cyborgs, and humans. Well, humans are already playing.
Honestly, the rock paper scissors mechanic on trying to draw out the cards your opponent's hand is a phenomenal game. I'm very excited myself.
Yeah, I'm also so disappointed that I missed a Kickstarter. I did not even realise it was on Kickstarter. It was on like last summer or something like that. I'm so gutted I missed a Kickstarter. The team creation in the game is awesome. Like, you get to know your team. Like, basically it's like a bit of a deck builder where you build your roster of team, but it's not like a massive deck. You have like 15 players and each game's played using 6 of those players. So it's sort of like you get to know your players, and I still know players in the game like Turtlebot and like the slot robot, Fence Crusher. Like, there's certain things that when
they come out, we recognise them and go, "Oh my god, it's that guy!"
Yeah, it's that guy.
You get these stories that you build over time.
Mike Fitzgerald is a master of making like small card games. Diamonds is another great trick-taking game, a good simple one, and I'm just excited for this one.
I don't think you've played it, Dan, but
I
it's
haven't.
a phenomenal game. Game.
Yeah.
It's one of the ones that, when you're sitting there, like we've been sitting there, like I've gone to yours at night just to play it. We've just played that game all night.
It's not even like a great looking game. The artwork on the table is good. Like, you play with like on a board with pawns, like literally like wooden pawns. But it's just I don't like baseball.
Nope.
Do you like baseball?
Never watched it.
And it doesn't matter. Honestly, the game is that good. Like, you get drawn into the theme so much. Have you got something you'd like to put forward as the most anticipated game of 2019?
Well, I've backed quite a few Kickstarters, so I've got
That's putting it mildly.
Okay. I've not actually backed any in quite a while.
I've backed every Kickstarter. He meant to say.
For a while,
Are you a super backer yet?
No.
Oh, right.
I don't think so.
He's only been about for a year. He's halfway there.
But one of the Kickstarters I'm looking forward to the most is Agents of Mayhem: Rise of Babylon. Rise of Babylon. You can tell that I'm looking forward to it because I don't know the name.
It's got a long name.
It's got a long name.
Agents of Mayhem. Agents of Mayhem. You need to know.
And I'm just looking like it looks like it's a very story campaign focused game. But I think the main draw of it is you've kind of got destructible environments. Yeah. So you've got sets of buildings you can set up, but then those buildings can change throughout the course of the game. Like, you can destroy bits of the building, which is really cool.
Yeah.
It's a concept.
Have you ever seen that anywhere else?
I don't know.
No. Absolutely.
Except in Rhino Hero, but
Yeah. The game ends with
it's also a classic.
Yeah. But yeah, that has kind of grabbed my attention most of the Kickstarters I've kind of got coming. We definitely have to
It's like the map. We saw images before. It was literally 3D and it had different levels, which adds a bit of. It's a bit flashy.
Tons of minis, pure American track production, right?
Totally.
Which is I love that.
Yeah,
I think it's great.
Have you got? Sorry.
Have
you got any honourable mentions? Anything maybe that's not on anyone's radar that you might
that's not on anybody's radar.
I don't know, or just honourable mentions. Don't.
Yeah, there's the other one that I'm most looking forward to is U-Boot, and I think we're all going to talk about U-Boots a bit.
Yeah.
I've never played.
No. So it's funny you mentioned radar, Lewis. Because.
Or should I say sonar?
It's a segue.
Unplanned. So I had the great fortune Obviously, my game's U-Boot. Let's start by saying that. We had the great fortune at the last expo in June gone, to actually sit down and play it with some of our friends and some of the designers who were fantastic at teaching the game. So U-Boot is where you play the commanders, or 4 of the roles, like one's the captain, one's the navigator, etc., etc. So the 4 main role, 4 like management roles of a submarine in World War II, a German submarine, a U-boat. Wow, where's this game? So it's got a campaign. If you're not into app companion games, you will not like this because the app is a big part of it.
I mean, you use the app as like a periscope.
Yeah, so only one of you does as well.
Yeah, like stuff
and
like
it's
that.
live. And it's live.
It's like a real time.
It's real time. So
you can see the ships coming at you. It's just
yeah, that was cool. So, I mean, the roles you've got to do, you've got to feed your guys, but you've got to make sure you've got the right ingredients because it's the
detail. There's a bit of resource management.
Yeah, but the detail of is incredible. Like if you don't include fruit, they can get scurvy, and the app tracks all this, so you've got to tell them what you're feeding them. And it sounds like a lot of like admin work. It's not. It's really not. You have these individual roles. I played the navigator, and they taught me very quickly how to actually navigate. It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
The missions are randomized, so like I knew right around this coast of the UK. At some point, that's a dangerous area, but nothing's scripted. It's like a number generator, so it randomly determines what you get and how many.
I guess with the bookkeeping as well, because it's real time, I guess it would add another level of sort of like tension.
Oh my God.
You got to do things quickly, and you could like just wait and do the perfect move, which would get like would sort you out, but you don't have time. Like,
once you get that alarm, like wow, we've got targets. They're coming. Oh, they're shooting at us, and you've got to dive, and then suddenly, as a navigator, you're under pressure and time and stress. You're sitting there, and then your captain's going, "Well, where are we shooting? Are we turning? What are we doing?" You've got to turn it degrees right, the 4 degrees by north. Suddenly, I was using all these terms, and I learned for like 30 minutes. It was so fast to learn, so streamlined, and yet so in depth. Like easy to learn, hard to master.
Yeah, because you obviously played it at UKG last year.
Yes.
And I was just watching, and you were just like. All 4 of you were just so into it. You just did not have time to just like
You could have like been calling their names like next to like Matt.
The detail that goes into as well. So like when you've got the periscope up, one of the destroyers spotted the periscope. That's incredible. Like that level of detail.
That's cool.
Once we did something they did not intend. We killed the destroyer. So he was like, "All right, fire a torpedo." We planned it. We did it quite well, I think. And the guy went, "Oh, don't fight it. You won't kill it." Rightly so, we got lucky, and he got his mate and was like, "They've destroyed it. They've actually destroyed it. Like, how have they done this?" And then, but what was cool by that was it shows you that the other now without like the escort, the civilian ships, they take evasive maneuvers. They start scattering.
Yeah.
So it's not just like they carry on. Like the level they've gone to is credible. I'm also a fan that it shows it from the German perspective because so often, especially in the West. England, America, all war stories are shown from the Allied viewpoint, which I'm not going to into the whole, and rightly so, Hitler was very evil and fascism should absolutely be abolished. But, so many Germans, just young men, they just want to the army. They're just humans.
I'm guessing it's probably managed quite respectfully because I'm guessing you're not in your U-boot like tracking down like cargo ships or anything.
No, you're fighting a war.
That's what I mean, like because that's what the U-boots did. They went and attacked like.
Well, some of them are civilian ships.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
you're fighting the war, but it's just good to see it from. It humanises the enemy, so to speak. Which, for a long time have been demonised, which is just young men who joined the war for their country, which they thought they were right. Exactly, and I think on a side note, because it is a sensitive topic, Band of Brothers, if you've never seen that, does that amazing. Where in episode 1, it has an American soldier on the German side, and he went with my parents are German, so I got to go back. And it's the same feel out from U-Boot, where I just thought it was an incredible, but going back to the game, it was an incredible game. What an experience. Just the demo, one of my favourite gaming experiences. So wow, am I excited?
Yeah, and it kind of it touches on a genre that I think it's an experience that can only be told through board gaming, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah,
I think it's one of the very rare games that
it
gives you a whole experience in one game.
You're doing it as a team. Again, this is where board gaming I think is almost like art. Because you're watching a film, you won't get the same experience. You don't feel that tension individually when your guys are getting shot and dying that you're responsible. You put them there. You made that mistake. That's on you. You've got a team of guys all rely on each other going, what are we doing here? Like, oh, there's a fire in the engine room. Well, you need to sort that out. Take your men. I'm going to try and get this.
Definitely.
And it's real time. So if you don't like real time, you don't like apps, you're not going to get it. You know, if you're one of the people who needs an optimal move, you won't get it.
It's not a typical board game,
No,
is it? It's like one that it's going to be hit and miss, but when it hits, it's going to hit hard.
Yeah,
like a U-boot.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, how often can you say a demo is one of your favorite experiences?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
In a convention hall,
You've told us so much about this game, and I just really want it to arrive so I can play it. Because I've not played it yet.
And I'm a board game
amazing.
snob. Like, I like good. My collection is very, very like. If it's less than like an 8, I don't really like a game. Like, I like games I don't even own because I won't buy them. Like, well, it's not really worth my collection. U-boot, wow, yeah. If you've not seen it, check it out. Some honorable mentions, just quickly. Cult of the Dead, Mourner's Call. I'm a goth at heart. I love all like skeletons and death. I think that's kind of cool. Love the minis of production. Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. Same people who did Nemesis and Lords of Hellas. I'm a huge Lords of Hellas fan. That looks pretty cool. So yeah, I'm very excited for those games as well.
Yeah, I've got one honourable mention. Starcadia Quest, which I think we are all looking forward. You've kickstarted that.
I have.
Yeah, so it's obviously very similar to Arcadia Quest, which is a great game by Simon.
Mm-hmm.
Arcadia Quest is great. It's a bit of like it's a PvP,
fun semi-co-op.
Yes, like some PvP.
Yeah.
It's like a PvP arena sort of style game, rolling dice. Exploding dice, which is always fun. Like when you roll a 6, you get to roll dice again. It's
you get to control the monsters. Like less downtime. Like if my go and I attack a monster, Lewis plays the monster. Like guy to your left plays the monster.
Yeah, I mean those are some of the things like I'm excited about Starcadia Quest. Like the streamlining of setting up the missions. There's going to be some randomized maps as well.
Yeah.
Some randomized enemies, which adds a bit more to the game. It's always hard to like sit down and play a full game of Arcadia Quest because it is a campaign.
40-minute setup as
it's
well.
like so you don't want to keep setting it up and pull it down. So like in the past we played Arcadia Quest like in 2 sessions, and it sounds like with Starcadia Quest then it might be easy to finish the whole game in like 2 or 3 sessions rather than like 5 or 6. So that's always positive really, and I don't know, it's just it is a lot of fun. Chibis. Not a massive fan of chibis.
Well, everything that Simon, because people like love and hate them in equal measure, they do not skimp on the stuff you get. They really don't. They don't. And you're going to get a ton of stuff with this.
Yeah, absolutely. I think two more quick honourable mentions.
Go on.
We're just constantly going on honourable mentions, but that's fine. Lords of Hellas expansion.
Yeah, Lord Hell fan right here. Super excited for that. Cannot wait to get it.
Absolutely. And for me, the Robinson Crusoe expansion, because I'm a big fan of that game.
Yes.
And that's going to add a whole load of new stuff, new characters and everything. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward.
Oh, one last one. We have mentioned it. Mystria, how do you pronounce it? Mystera. The same people who made Barbarians. It's got a moving board. Barbarians was not a perfect game. It was a very fun game. Had several layers of like a turning rundown. I recommend checking it out. It's got an Ameritrash theme, but it's a Euro at heart.
So it's like it had a load of elements. So it was like a Euro. It also had an area control element.
Yes. Yeah.
Like it's got the rondelle, obviously.
It's pre-programming. You have to move. You have to work out how you're going to go down the several steps. So that looks funny cool. You know, it's not one I'd probably buy, but it's one if someone broke it out, I'd happily play it.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to see if they've learned from the flaws I think in Barbarians with this one.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I think that's all we've got time for in this episode.
So we're looking forward to a lot of games in 2019. It's
gonna be a good year. We are in a board game in Golden Age. I firmly believe that.
Oh, definitely.
It's going to be a good
year. It's going to be a good year.
Even if only one or two of these games are the hit, that's going to be some huge playing time.
Definitely.
So,
if you guys are looking forward to any games, comment below, or if you've got any opinions on what's coming up, then again, like and comment below. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys.
See you.